table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Ty Johnson now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVP. He's finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First tone of the game for James Cook. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. E.J. Hill, the one to bring him down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him the 47-yard line, Bron, because he's nestled up right near that first down marker.
Brings up third down.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Allen. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun handoff, now to Cook. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's another Bills first down. First and
That right
10
there,
at the
that will make the
24-yard
coaches
line.
happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They have themselves another first and 10. Another one for Cook. And he's caught after a game of about 2. But Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Now Allen going to the air. Brought in close to the 8. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. They send a man in motion. Throwing here, Allen. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. First time this game they've looked to him. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
3rd and goal for Allen. And they take this in for the score. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his 2nd Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. First hit of the game here to Chase Brown. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, Burrow to throw. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
You know, Kate, you get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. Brandon Codrington on the Bills' return. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Burrow from the gun. Called in left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and 1. Burrow taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Johnson now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled for no gain.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They kick the running back in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Allen. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off.
The best defenses you can go look at through the decades are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
A gain of 12. First down, Bengals.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. They'll run again with Brown. Juke the defender. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. It's a 6-yard gain. That's going to bring up second down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. Here's Brown again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Throwing is Burrow. Dumped off to his running back. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is third and 6. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals parlay the interception into points. T. Higgins the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bills 7.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Allen now on first down. Short pass brought in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. shotgun give to Cook. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
At the 43-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 43. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 33. And the Bills are staying. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Allen setting up to throw. Catch made right side by Coleman.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Up 2nd down at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Cook trying this one up the gut. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. He's going to keep this one. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Here's Cook. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shakir in motion right. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. It's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Allen to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills tie things up at 14. Tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
A give now to Brown. Having gain up about a handful there. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Burrow to the air now. Get some space around midfield. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Bengals.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
On second and 10, Burrow again. Dumps it off to his running back. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Bengals driving for a score and a halftime lead. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And they get this down to the 28. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Again, it's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Burrow throwing again on second and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up. Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Has it downfield near the boundary. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
To the air again, it's Burrow. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Intended for a team.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. Dump off caught by his back. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now, here's third and goal. The gun on third down. It's Burrow. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
And on fourth down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. A very short kick here from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Johnson now on the return. Escapes a defender. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Bills getting one more drive here before the break. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. Man in motion here. First and 10. Here's Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. Continuing to move past the 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
It's a gain of 18.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for Allen. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
36-yard line.
Your ball, baby. Yeah, son. Eat him up. Come on now.
Come on, guys. Let's make a play here.
Let's go.
We gotta get this done.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Barring a surprise or a miracle here in the final seconds kick, looks like we're going to have a tie and a whole new ball game to begin the second half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
He'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals, then running back Chase Brown, getting set to begin another drive here. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Burrow on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Burrow from the gun. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow escapes the pocket. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 25 yards. And a Bengal first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Burrow on the play action. That's complete to Gesicki outright. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
It's a gain of 20.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Working inside the red zone. Now he takes it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Second and 3 now. Brown on the inside give. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a first and goal.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Looking to throw, Burrow. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. It's second and goal.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Throwing is Burrow. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
After the sack, they're left 3rd and goal now from the 13. Burrow to the air now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This from 30 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Brandon Condrington to return it. Showing a little burst so far. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
This is Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Allen on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Matt Prater on for the field goal try. From the right hash, 55 yards out. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Going with Brown on the ground. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. A give left side to Brown. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
Brought down by Cole Bishop. A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 41-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. From the 41. Throwing the out route complete. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up second down.
17-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 17. This one's caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. His third total score this game. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Jukes one defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Running back sent in motion.
offense wanted a spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Throwing now on first down. Allen finds him on the crossing route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Allen now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
86, Dalton Kincaid. A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the Bengals' 8-yard line.
Now run by Cook. And the stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it first and goal. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Another one for Cook. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a James Cook touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal. We tie this game in the 4th. Set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. On first down, here's Burrow. He finds Brown right side. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 34. It is cut left side.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
First down, Cincinnati.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Burrow now on first down. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Burrow's going to sneak it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
Burrow on first down. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. It is a 44-yard look from the right hand. Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Here's a give to Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Now it's Cook. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10.
Win the early battle. Get a little
line.
leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Stays in the pocket. This one falls incomplete. Now he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
Back to throw it. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And he's got them quite the game here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Another Bills
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 9, and that puts him in goal to go.
11 more yards. That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills down by a touchdown. 1st and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Again, it's Cook. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
4 yards on
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing now. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, All they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Now Tiburon to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Back to throw. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw it. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they get the first down. This also moves him into range, Brock, for a potential game-winning field goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Setting up to pass. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards.
43-yard attempt.
That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
21-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Puts him on the quick hitter. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It only took them 1 play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Allen now on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. One final shot here. Running right side by Kincaid. And he's going to wind up out of bounds, so a request for a miracle goes unanswered. This game comes to an end. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Buffalo.